48 teams, the largest amount so far, set out to qualify for the 58th FIFA World Cup in Sweden. With Italy already out, the Hungarians, a spent force, and holders West Germany rebuilding their side, there were no clear favourites to lift the trophy. Of course, nobody expected the Brazilians to win. After all, no country had reached a final, let alone triumphed outside their own continent. But then no country had ever arrived at a FIFA World Cup with two such extraordinary secret weapons before. A slightly built teenager and a fun-loving 24-year-old born with deformities in his legs. With a little help from their friends, they would change the way football was perceived forever. Brazil came to Sweden with a new look 4-4-2 formation, and players like Nilton Santos, Vava and Didi, who already had formidable reputations. The young Pelé was left out of the starting lineup of their opening game with Austria, giving another teenager a chance to shine. 19-year-old Brazilian Mazzola, named after the late great Torino captain, scored twice as Brazil outclassed their opponents 3-0. This, however, was followed by an unconvincing 0-0 draw with England, the first time that Brazil had failed to score in a FIFA World Cup finals game. In response, coach Vicente Fiola brought in Pelé and the brilliant but unpredictable Garrincha to add some bite against the USSR. Pelé showed promise, but Garrincha, whose laid-back, fun-loving attitude nearly cost him his place in the squad, was all but unplayable in Brazil's 2-0 victory. The quarter-final against Wales was a much tougher affair. The Welsh were missing their injured superstar John Charles, but only went down to a great goal scored by Pelé, giving everyone a taste of what was to come. Their semi-final opponents, France, had scored 15 goals in 4 games, and in Raymond Kopa and Jus Fontaine boasted one of the most potent attacking threats in Europe. France, however, were not holding all the cards. Brazil could see their Kopa and Fontaine and raise them Garrincha and Pelé. It would prove to be the winning bet. Pelé's hat-trick in Brazil's 5-2 win is still the last to be scored by a Brazilian in the final stages of the FIFA World Cup. Even the eventual 13-goal haul from Fontaine was left in the shade by the exploits of the Brazilian wonder kid. The final against host Sweden was by no means a foregone conclusion. The local press were constantly reminding Fiola's men that no South American side had ever won in Europe. The Swedes were no mugs either. Players like Lidholm, Skoglund and Hamrin all plied their trade in Italy and were highly rated in Serie A. After going a goal down, though, Brazil immediately took charge. Fiola had worked hard to put together the right blend of artistry and strength, too good for this veteran Swedish team. It was perhaps fitting that the last significant action of this 5-2 victory came from Pelé. His 90th minute goal signalled that the modern game had arrived, and with it, for some still, its greatest superstar.